Say enough about Slayton, his work ethic, and what he does every day. I mean, this guy, I mean, he's here. Obviously, they all care, but I mean, he's here. He's taking countless swings. Him and Coach Coggin were even in that cage again this morning early. And then before we took BP, and then I mean, he's been working extremely, extremely hard this week. I thought he had a good weekend last week, and you go back and look, and he's putting in a lot of time and a lot of effort. And so, as you know, as I've said a lot before, when guys are putting in that kind of time, that kind of work, that kind of focus, and they go out and have success, it doesn't surprise me.
You know, kind of put yourself in the other dugout a little bit. When you know you're playing a team like you guys are swinging right now, what's that like? I mean, knowing what you're kind of going against.
I'll tell you what, man. Yeah, there is some hesitation at times to get in that strike zone, right? And I think that's what you saw. I mean, we had the walk. We had, gosh, guys, I can look real 4 or 5 hit by pitches.
5 of them, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, so it does. Boy, you're challenged. You start trying to get pitchers to do things they're not comfortable with. And I think that's probably why we had some, HBPs tonight.
Leighton got you through 5 innings. I know it was really big for him and Zeldin to do what they did with a doubleheader tomorrow, but overall, how those two guys you think did?
Yeah, man, it's like I said, Leighton did a good job. They came out, and we know this, we game plan for it. We know about their, their ability to do damage, in the heart of the strike zone. And hey, they hit Leighton with a good punch, but I tell you what he did. He got right back up. He settled in. He gave us 5. And then, when you got a doubleheader tomorrow, there's ways of looking at it and going, well, maybe you can try to conserve. And you got to shut it down with 2 pitchers if you can. And we were fortunate enough to do that tonight. Now you've got a lot of guys fresh for tomorrow.
And this wasn't the first time this year you guys have taken an early punch like you did the first inning and then were able to respond. I mean, again, that's just something we've seen from this team really time and time again now. Yeah,
these guys, they love each other. They play. They have a good time. They're crazy. But, yeah, I mean, there was no panic in the dugout after the first.
I think that this kind of, attitude, I guess, whatever you want to call it, the way this team is kind of taken on. Is this something you kind of saw coming very early on with this group?
Yeah, like I say, man, these guys like to be at the ballpark. They like to play. They like to work. They want to get better. You look down there, we got everybody down there locked in. And I tell you, when you get that kind of energy, it's fun. And, we're at home, and like I just, crowd tonight was awesome. Thanks again to the crowd. Our guys, they feel that energy. They feel those things. And when you get that, it's fun to be around.
Another guy I'd be remiss if I didn't mention him to you is Fernando. I mean, everybody knows what kind of receiver he is. For his career high 4 hits, batting ninth. I mean, what he's done as an offensive player, it's been pretty good.
And I just made a statement. I mean, our game sometimes is a game of eyelashes. I thought his last at bat was really good. Had 2 strikes, got a slider, stayed on it, hit it hard just right at second base. And if that ball's an eyelash different on the barrel, he's probably 5 for 5. And but no, I mean, that's what seniors and guys who lead like he does are supposed to do.
Cool.